Here going in, Zeus versus Nyx. Mongols versus Mayans, pretty classic matchup here. Cheers, by the way. Oh, that's dark. Both boards in the back for the Mayans, so good luck laming those. You're not going to lose them to Mongols laming here, I don't think. Whereas Nyx has the hunt, hit the car forward, but already pushing it in. Use this 3 ship to scout and brings in another few as well. But that deer is going to be brought back well in time to start collecting it as well. So shouldn't be any issues there. That boar is in a little bit of an unfortunate spot though. It's kind of semi behind the woodline. Should be alright. We'll be finding it due to that extra Mongol scouting, always helpful. And the last few sheep, they're pretty far out. Nyx has some really lucky scouting. Well, still has to find that second boar, but finding the deer that early, that is lucky indeed. I'm curious about the opening strats here. If you're just going to see scouts versus straight archers, maybe. Now Nyx is playing like Akkal. Akkal would scout with all the sheep and push in the deer this early. But he would probably not find the boars this early. Horse scouts versus eagle scouts, that would be epic. But it would be taking, even if it's hidden cup, it would take some serious balls to go for eagle scouts with Mayans. I'm not ruling it out though, it could happen. And what could also happen is a Mayans villager being forgot about and dying to boar. So, okay, Zeus is just self-nerfing here to compensate for the fact that Mayans start with an extra villager, so it's fine. It's just evening out the playing field here, you know. Nothing to see here, but the Eco KD is 0-1 for the Mayans. 2 seconds idle time, what a noob. And let's just hope Zeus doesn't do the TC trick here now. What's going on here? Okay, that's a pretty nice block actually. That's neat. Alright. Yeah, that's not horrible. Brings in the boar pretty decently here. Let's see the Mongols. 17 pop, sorry. 16 villagers and counting. Idle time at the minimum. The mill is up and there's 5 on berries. Yeah, wildebeest, that didn't stop the Mayans player from losing a villager to boar over here though. So, that early loom, not exactly OP for villager conserving purposes. Alright, so let's state a little bit of the Zeus Nyx conversation here. Hi, sorry, says Zeus. I thought the brackets weren't going to be released until Thursday or Friday. Blah blah blah. Something about Akkal hasn't casted my set yet. Guess we do Wednesday, so they played last Wednesday, probably. Slopes, Mud Flow, Cup. Wait, Slopes is banned. Cross and Cup has been picked by Zeus. And Mudflow and Bypass by Nyx. Well, Scout going down to minus TC and Nyx just casually Scheiße, happens. This is German versus Italian, so what? All villagers on one side on the woodline. Oh, yeah, earlier, I guess. Oh, this is awkward! I guess it's gonna work out. Or is it good, actually? No, they're bumping into each other like crazy. This isn't good. Little bit of walling action here from the Mayans. The KD is 1-1, so Nyx losing the first scout. That nerfs any Mongols opening, but guess what? It's not going to be the scouts, it's going to be the barracks and what's supposed to be men-at-arms, probably. Let's have a look here. Oh, that Wilder is... okay, he has Looms. Probably fine. But if this is Karl Liebe, he's gonna get the Wilder kill with the Eagle anyway. Like any German would type Scheisse. Well, not with 2 S's at least. You have that special S. There's the fuel late for Nyx at below 10 minutes. Men-at-arms immediately clicked, while keeping queuing builders as well. Doubling that bit acts affordable as well. Seems like a good build order by the Mongols player here for the Mongols men-at-arms into archers. Range could be slightly delayed by the Eagle, but just keeping the infantry close here. Confirming the men-at-arms, and then Zeus goes for the attack on the Wilder to get a little bit, tiny bit of a delay on the range, but that's honestly favoring Nyx here, getting the Eagle scout kill, and now both players are without a scout at minute 11 in the game. Range blacksmith for the Mayans, so yep, archers from the Mayans here, surprise, surprise. This is a Shadas. Good one. Good one. I don't know how to produce that letter myself either. So it's not like Zeus doesn't know what to expect here. Ah, you found it in Google. Yeah, there's probably a command you can use as well, like alt something to produce it, but I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I like how the men-at-arms are hitting one side, keeping the archers busy, while a couple of archers path around to the other side to look for potential damage. But having lost the scout to DC early on, Nyx's scouting intel is severely limited. There are 2 golds, not exactly favoring the Mayans here, but the main gold is safe within the walls here, not easily collected, not easily stopped. Not Scuba Steve, Zeus is Scuba Steve if the men-at-arms kill him. Eh? Well, guess that didn't happen though. Good overreaction. You mean Scuba Steve struggles against men-at-arms? Maybe. Steve, you have anything to say about that? Or is it going to be Steve denies this accusation? The Archer's micro seems to be on point for Scuba Steve, though, or even Akkal-AOE. But he... yeah... nah. Akkal-AOE would pick Britons, not Mongols. Oh, it's how you took the 1 game off him in the first Hidden Cup. Okay, gotcha. Well, Nyx cleans up the archers, and the Mayans, while slightly ahead in economy, albeit missing a horse collar, not a big deal. It's behind the military now, slightly. It's mainly archers for Nyx, and Zeus exclusively archers. Defense coming in, but with the archer numbers here and fletching in for both, this should still be a good trade for Nyx. Nyx takes the fight, has that 1 skirmisher mixed in there as well. And yeah, cleans up this one. Good engagement, I'd say. Slight eco KD lead for Nyx and one random villager joining in, moving forward here now. Well, where's that guy gonna go? Where is he going? Why aren't we targeting the villager? Okay, he was brought in to fight the eagles. Look at this bad boy. Okay, I should have had the boxing gloves. Emote now, to be honest. No, not emote, but mod. This is not wildebeest micro. Well, nobody accused it of being so either. Except maybe yourself confirming that it isn't you. So, in contrast to the first game, this is actually a bit more wasteful army usage here. They're trading evenly, yes, but they're both losing numbers as well, so no significant advantage for either player, except the Mayans arguably have a stronger economy overall. It's more idle TC time for Nyx here. It is a full 2 minutes, 16 seconds. So... that could escalate out of control. That eagle with very low HP here. Did Zeus actually remade one eagle for scouting and skirmisher counter possibilities. Oh, that's a bad gold spot for Nyx here. Actually forced 2 mixed villagers into the fight. And we'll pull them away from the gold. Will we be losing anything though? Only lost 1 villager so far. I think it's fine, but it's off gold. We'll need to find another gold. There's a gold in the back that's been scouted. And the 3rd gold is way off limits, so it's not going to be there. But you can still catch the gold in the back. Food count, pretty decent for Nyx here, but gold not so much. Completely off gold now, and Zeus with the full pressure here, closing in on that castle age as well. Who's fighting archers and eagles? And why would you fight with 1 villager against heaps of archers and eagles? Pulling away here. Nyx is being idled everywhere here now, and then wasn't able to get the tower up on the gold either, which would keep the archers away to some extent. But Zeus is really dominating here. They're both going Castle Age, but what's Castle Age going to give Nyx here? Nyx needs army numbers, needs something to deal with this pressure. Is losing villagers left and right, idling out a lot here, and with the Castle Age kicking in, it's probably going to be GG, if not before. Greek mythology lesson from Karanrimba here. Interesting. Look at the villager difference though. We're 33 minutes in, we're hitting the castle age for both players, but Nyx with barely any economy whatsoever might be able to plop down a TC, but what's that going to give you? You need army here. You need to counterattack, you need some kind of raiding efforts. And if Nyx makes it out of this situation, then he is a smurf. Yeah. It's going to take a hell of a comeback for Nyx here to survive this, and these players seem to be not exactly evenly matched here. Nyx taps out, calls GG. Could just be an Arabia thing as well. I mean, as we move on to the home maps, it could be different. But Zeus spotting the man-at-arms early, reacting to that, and never looking back, just keeping the aggression up. Let's see. Similar castle age times, but as you can see, the military situation, total army count, KD, Society score important here as well. 46 to or 35 to 26 villagers. GG, I wonder who Zeus might be. Solid player apparently. Yeah, we did win with the Mayans here against the Mongols. And as for the home map, we have Zeus versus Nyx over here. Mudflow. And Bypass. And Mudflow again. Could be fun. Mudflow never got played almost in the last 19 Nation Team Cup, so it's nice to see it this time around. If we'll see it, Zeus versus Nyx game 2. Same colors, Hans versus Khmer. On Mudflow. Yeah, good archers, macro behind. That is a testimony to a good player. Khmer, as we saw in the previous Mudflow game, they do alright because they don't need buildings to click up. You could have ridiculous path fuel ages with Khmer here if you want to, because you have the food income from the shorefish and the rhinos. Could easily pull up a 16 pop scouts here if you want to go really all in, but then again, with all of the food eco underneath your TC, there's not going to be too much exposed economy to hit that early with that early of one scouts opening. You could, if you have the scouts out early enough, you could deny wood access from your opponent though. I mean, you need to go into the middle for consistent wood access, other than these small patches in the back here. Who are the good archers players that aren't Steve? I mean, honestly, Papaya Pit plays archers well as well, enjoys the archers play, and I'd assume he has good macro behind. So I wouldn't rule it out, to be honest. And he also plays a lot of men-at-arms himself, so I wouldn't be surprised if he reacted well to the men-at-arms. The Mayans pick though, that kind of offsets it a little bit. Maybe he wouldn't try her pick that much for the... but it's a tournament involving some preparation. Gave the point to the wrong player. True. Thank you. One click too little or one click too much. Lumber camp popping up for the Khmer here. Oh, Nyx actually going for the back lumber camp here. That's interesting. That's going to deplete fairly quickly. This is like Atacama style small woodlines. 4 on wood, that's because Huns, they save wood, yes. Not needing to build houses early on, but they also start with 100 less wood as a result. So you need to compensate. Okay, here comes the mill for Nyx, boosting that food income. I guess the Huns player wants to play scouts as well. Into cav archers being the Huns, probably. The golds are somewhat exposed here. I mean, just 1 gold close to home base, otherwise you need to move out. And in Zeus's favor, it's actually a back gold. Nyx alternated between using builds and TC to take power. Yeah, I do that too. I think it depends on how confident you feel in the situation at the time. Ooh, 16 pop for the Khmer, not going for that super fast fuel late here, 3 on wood. So you could get away with no lumber cap with Khmer here, just go up and pump out scouts like there's no tomorrow, but obviously you'll want to have more of an economy in games like this. This seems a bit crowded for the villagers. Is that actually going to be efficient here? I guess. I feel like Zeus' name begins with Scuba and ends with Steve. Maybe it's practice against the men-at-arms, Karanribe. Maybe it's adapted this style. But Scuba Steve would pick islands though. And we haven't seen an islands pick between these two players. Or he could pick island. Oh, that's a lot of villagers to berries. A lot. What's going on here? What the fuck is this? Okay, they're not all going to berries. But still though, that's a shit ton of villagers on berries. Why not keep more on buffaloes? Oh, here we go. Okay, that was fascinating. Scouting intel, not anything too great here. Let's have a look at Nyx. Also didn't scout the opponent yet. I guess they don't care. They expect it to be scouts on this map. Zeus is extreme AI confirmed. Well, you know, if Dennis made it to the second round, I'm going to be eating my shorts. But you never know. Could be. I didn't peg Dennis for Zeus, though. So, head start to the few late for the Khmer here. The idle TC time is comparable. It's a few more seconds for the Khmer, no big deal. Huns, however, never need to build houses, so they'll be better off long term. Ooh, unconventional approach from Nyx here. Actually going for the militia and eventually the men-at-arms upgrade, and probably going to boost that with some towers. And men-at-arms towers seems sensible here, because you could really deny the wood income, and Nyx just casually stopped by to block the villagers' exit there. Yeah, I loves putting a metric fuck ton of vills of berries. Yeah, you're right. Range stable for Khmer here. Expecting the men-at-arms now, having seen the barracks with the flag on, so it's a proper reaction to that. It's not going to be archers for Khmer, of course. It's going to be the skirmishers against what's likely an archers follow-up from the Huns, and Huns could go cav archers later on as well, so those skirmishers are always going to come in handy. Nyx's men-at-arms here. Zeus has seen through it though and is using his own scout to block the movement of the men-at-arms. Gonna get a villager snipe here actually. Good aggression. Are there any villagers moving out to build towers? No, it's not. It's going to be men-at-arms archers, not men-at-arms towers. But I mean, only one tower here and you deny both wood lines. So a tower, I guess with archers as well, but I would honestly try to get the tower up in the middle here. That would be the perfect tower. Denying the range, so that's huge for Nyx. And Huns men-at-arms, that's not too commonly seen because of the lack of wood the Huns started. It's not unheard of, but it's not great either. Here comes the Tower of Zeus, obviously expecting the archers follow-up. I don't think the men-at-arms will be breaking through in 5 years. That shouldn't be an issue. But the archers are here, they could deny the tower. Here come the scouts, but there's spearmen here as well, or at least spearman. No, there's 2 spearmen. So the scouts can easily engage. Of course, they're going to take that exposed archer over here. No fletching in either. It's double ranges, so that fletching will be delayed for Nyx. Here comes the blacksmith though, so fletching is right around the corner. Tower completed here by Zeus, so this would let us safe, but did obstruct the eco income, and that villager is just, he's not been put back to work yet, so that's some good idle time accomplished by Nyx over here. Scouts investment doesn't really pay off here for Zeus. That's almost 2 scouts going down to the few spears that are here. Even if you use the elevation advantage, you won't be able to take out those without upgrades on your own scouts. Skirmishers being added makes sense when you know there's an archer's follow-up coming up to the men-at-arms. And yeah, woodlands get contested yet again. Well, this is some nasty aggression from Nyx here, idling a lot of economy and keeping up nicely at home, seeding some farms now, preparing an eventual transition to the next stage of wood lines. Still didn't go to the middle wood, which probably hurts the wood income of Nyx here. It's going to be tough to sustain multiple Rangers archers with these small woodlands here, so that's not ideal. But the aggression is on point, still dealing a lot of damage here. Will still has the men-at-arms alive as well, so that could be used to deal with the skirmishers. Unfortunately for Nyx, Zeus is getting some value from the skirmishers here, but now the men-at-arms are joining in, and the micro of the players is going to be put to the test. Yes, the archers will be going down from Nyx, but the men-at-arms stay alive. The scout still sort of alive, albeit low HP, but I think I'd call that a good engagement for Nyx. But advantage Nyx is that the home base hasn't been touched whatsoever. Seems risky to stay this close to these skirmishers with the archers. They're going to go down to Zeus again. Zeus has pledging for the skirmishers, so the range is and damage output is on point here. Now pulling the villagers back. Doesn't really have wood struggles because there's another woodland here protected by a tower. Nyx, however, more food, more gold in the bank. Should be able to get to the castle age more quickly, more smoothly here, and it's also forcing Zeus into a lot of defensive units here. Skirmishers, that's a drain on your food economy into transition to the next stage. I haven't gold for Zeus, and seeding more farms as well. Guess a cavalry follow-up then, and Khmer, they have extra range scorpions as well. That should help to deal with the Hun's cavalry archers in the next stage. The problem is that Nyx will be comfortably ahead of Zeus to the next stage. Fighting skirmishers with archers, not a great idea when they both have pledging and no armor. Nyx is just teasing a little bit here, going to the next stage. It's only the ranges, so it's going to be crossbow or cavalry archer follow-up then. Kind of favor the mobility cow archers here. You could dodge tower fire maybe and get some villagers on the woodlands. Back woodline being taken by the Zeus here, so that's means to compensate as well. Now attempting some counter aggression, knowing that there's no response to these skirmishers for Nyx here other than their own skirms, which is mixed in with a few of the archers. Could be a cleanup here, but at what cost? Actually going to lose one villager there and get the economy idled a bit. Castle Age getting close for Nyx though, so that should be a significant power spike for the green player. Also using a lot of villagers to fight off the skirmishers now, but I mean, when you can't really get to a better option, you might as well just use what you have at hand and try not to lose villagers in the process. Yeah, still only lost one villager to be fair, so using the villagers to fight here helps out. The skirmishers are mainly contesting archers, possibly because Zeus has a hunch that Nyx might be on the way up, so it makes sense to take out the archers' numbers to limit any potential crossbow spike. Also, taking Nyx off gold means that the Castle Age will not be bringing any easy cavalry archers, even however cheap they may be for the Huns. Nyx is now off the gold and does not have a stable to pump out just even one knight to deal with these skirmishers. Would have to drop a siege workshop and scorpions possibly. Yeah, or just a stable. Makes sense. Stable and market, knowing that the gold has been off limits for a little while here now. It needs to compensate for that. There's one gold far away to the side, there's one to this side as well, probably equally far away, that Nyx hasn't scouted. Could be options to regain gold access. But the castle is in, Zeus just clicked, and has survived the aggression to make a solid counter pusher. Look at the KD as well, 44 to 21 here for Zeus. No upgrades for the scouts yet for Zeus, so that should be a fairly easy cleanup. One knight coming out and another one popping out for Nyx, but look at the economy here, there's nothing to... No way to produce anything. That's a good TC though, it secures a gold and a tiny bit of wood access. Still no middle wood for Nyx, so the... Oh, hold on, it's over here, never mind. But it was late to go to the middle woodland, so that's hurt the wood income quite a bit, even if you're Hunts. Zeus is making the best of the opening or the scouts addition here and will be getting a total of 5 villager kills, assuming a comfortable eco lead as well. 48 to 39, lower idle TC time than the Hunts that never need to worry about getting housed. Double rangers, double stables here, so Zeus will be transitioning into full knights here, possibly. Still has a few skirmishers to to maybe deal with small numbers of pikemen here. There's the castle age for Zeus as well. Triple stable, yeah, that's true, there's the third one. So really boosting the knights numbers here then. Once the gold eco allows, that is. Zeus is not going to drop a second TC here anytime soon, I think. I think it's going to pump out armies instead and take advantage of the fact that Nyx has had the gold idle for quite a while, hasn't had the chance to a proper castle age follow-up as intended. The Knights upgrades are also missing for the Hunts player here, so the Khmer Bloodline Knights with +1/+1 should easily win the engagements here. And clean up what little army is on the field for Nyx. Middle TC for Zeus here on the stones, planning for an eventual castle. So Zeus moves out to the side as well, now drops that second TC on gold and wood. And why there though? Yeah. It is going to secure some gold. Zeus military and eco advantage here now, but gets housed. That's a problem that the Hunts will never have. And is... wait, no... Green isn't bringing in villagers here to fight the knights. No, he's just trying to pull them away. No +2 for the knights, so they can't really sit underneath towns in the fire, but they can snipe villagers, and Zeus now with 6 villager kills and 8 knights out on the field and counting. What Zeus would want to scout though is to look for the expansion of Nyx here, see in the middle TC, but not the top side one here. That's free, or not free, but unobstructed gold access. I almost forgot to rest my mods before this. Yeah, important to give your mods some rest, you know. It's otherwise they get tired and won't be working anymore. So remember to rest your mods when switching between users, guys. It's important. And why would you say that before the second game? Maybe they split it up over several days, I don't know. Splitting up the Knights to raid here, I like to see that. Gold access to the side, safe for Zeus here as well. This one is about to deplete, but now dropping outpost, and once that outpost completes, Zeus is going to find the next gold pile to take. At about the time this one is depleted, Zeus looks to be in a dominating position now, has the eco advantage, even if Nyx has 3 disease, has the military momentum with 17-0. And dropping some outposts for Vision at 250 idle teams time behind all this for Zeus. Zeus has to be a solid player as well, for sure. Which brings the question, of course, who could Nyx be? Feels like Nyx could be Papaya Pit, actually. It's the green color, and it's the Mongols play the previous game. Then again, players probably won't pick their standard colors in this hidden event. The GG well played is called. Our caller says Nyx is Wildebeest. Because Wildebeest denied that that's Wildebeest micro in the previous game. Yeah, makes sense. That's a 2-0 for Zeus. Great early aggression by Nyx, but not great enough, unfortunately, against a solid Zeus here with the significantly faster castle with the Khmer. Did get the back hold though. Back gold. Everyone who picks green is just trying to invade to Akkal. That's not true. Papaya Pit picks green as well. Green and teal. That's a 2-0. Let's go to the draft again and have a look at... Is that me? No, anyway. Next map, which is... What was it again? Bypass. Do another set if it's 3-0. The passport tilted to Akkal. What do you mean? Oh yeah, you mean you just previous round. Yeah. Nyx was... Yeah, it should probably do more sets. Why not just do all of them today, actually? But it could be going long as well, and I don't know how long the sets go. That's the problem. Nyx equals Hypnos, it's the same maps. Well. I'm not sold on that assumption there. Nyx took a smoke break after game 2 according to public chat. Okay, maybe we have Kong in the tournament after all. Zeus vs Nyx, game 3. Ethiopians Burgundians for bypass. Cool. So not Turks Malay for this one. Different approach. Archers vs Cav. Or possibly fast imp gunpowder. Does it study smoke? I didn't know that. I heard from a dubious source that Atlas won 3-0 as well. Now let's do another one, guys. It's only 9:30 here, so I can do another set after this one. Maybe all of them, just to have them over a bit, because then we can move into the next set. So Nyx right over to scout for a potential walling villager. No, he's bringing in the scout to defend the walling villager, that's it. Smoking kills. Yes. I'll never understand why people smoke. It smells weird, and it's not good for your health. And it's arguably unhealthy to people around you as well, when you do. Well, Zeus is probably going to be happy about the fact that Nyx is walling him out here, because Zeus wants to play the early feudal age into eco upgrades with Burgundians possibly. Or no, wait, that's Malay, but still get the eco upgrades early with the Burgundians. And get a nice boom going in the Castle Age. I mean, Burgundians, I guess you could do feudal age economy, feudal age aggression, but why? Please lane that elephant. Oh, that can be laned! Oh, it doesn't see it. It's too far out. You'd need an outpost or something to spot that one. So he couldn't see it. Or was it in line of sight, maybe? Maybe it was over here. Oh, yeah, that's unfortunate. That would have been completely allowed. Well, no chance to lame the elephant anymore. It's been brought in. Maybe Zeus is actually fearing the lane there next to the walls. So we're just taking it for the time being. What's going on over here? Oh, that's some outside. I didn't realize the sheep could spawn outside on this map. And pushing in the hunt from outside as well. So look at the resources. This could potentially be... I mean, let's assume that Zeus puts up an outpost for vision there. He'd see the gold. This could potentially be denied by a tower, right? From this area. Yeah, I don't know if it always spawns outside. Probably does on this map. It's lots of reasons to contest the outside, so it's probably the case. I'm not too familiar with map gens on this particular map. Does either of them have loom already? Probably not, right? This is not... Wait, Ethiopians have loom. That's because of the walling, I guess, or because of... fearing idle time. That's why the villagers are different. I was trying to figure that out. Wait, what? Where? Oh, it's just pounding away the walls. Hello! Your map gen says Nyx. 11. What about it? Is it because he can't spot any resources close to the walls, or... Or the elephant, maybe? Did you see my gate? Oh yeah, that one. Oh, that's what they're talking about. So that gate is blocked, actually. And this one as well. No, but that's the same. It's the same-ish for both. Maybe not quite, but... That's a lot of emphasis on sheep, if I may say so. Looks like Zeus pushed in all 3 deer. And they're going up to the feudal age at virtually the same time. Slightly lower population for Nyx here, higher idle TC time. 51 seconds total, dropping the barracks. Is he going to go Men-at-Arms Towers here? That's not unheard of on this map, to be honest. But it's a late barracks as well, so no, it's not the Men-at-Arms. It's going to be the straight arch. No, it's going to be infantry here. So are we rethinking the scuba steam pick then? Since he maybe would be picking Burgundians. Not to the field age here. Here comes the range for the Ethiopians and the men-at-arms straight away as well. Ethiopians bonus working out nicely here. Is this woman gonna drop an outpost for a tower actually? Okay. Okay. That's not exactly hidden away. But here we go. Tower, men-at-arms, and archers for the Ethiopians. Stone walls coming up for Zeus. Will it come up in time though? First archer has popped out here, committing lots of villagers. Oh, it's open! It's open! It's open, but that's one villager being sacrificed. Is that a big brain move, or is it actually just luck that Zeus stops the aggression that way, or finishes the walls by sacrificing one villager? If that's intentional, that's pretty big brain. Now a defensive tower behind here. It's going to take you a long while to push through walls with a men-at-arms, at least long enough for Zeus to get the tower up, and I don't think this aggression gets through. They might need to path outside and all the way around to succeed here, and that's going to take too long, of course. That's like probably 2 or 3 minutes of pathing to get over there. Garrisoning the archers though, I like that. You could keep attacking the wall and force Zeus to react, I guess. Love the reaction. A couple of stone wall tiles and a tower. That's enough to keep all this out. For the time being, anyway. And then I guess later on you could place some kind of building foundation. Those houses should not be going up though, because shouldn't the tower range that? I mean, if Nyx has the vision here to... maybe you need fletching actually. Keeps attacking the wall. But does not react to the... or can't range or does not react to the villager behind her. That's the castle age for the Burgundians. Nyx nowhere near in that next age click. And honestly at this point, why don't you just add siege weapons as Zeus here and push the Ethiopians back? Of course, you have a massive lead as well. You defended the aggression. You know you're ahead eco-wise and whatnot. So it makes perfect sense to go for economy as well. But if you want to end the game quickly, you could just push back and force a reaction at home from the Ethiopians here. Lovely scouting, by the way. It's been standing around for a long while. Second TC on gold and wood here. Good TC spot for Zeus. Slightly behind the villagers by the looks of it, but that's only because Nyx isn't in the next age just yet. And here comes the siege workshop as well. To pop out a mangonel first, maybe to deal with the tower and then push back. Yeah, Zeus could just boom this out as well, however boring that might be. That would be easily manageable. 2 TCs now consistently pumping out villagers. I believe there are enough farms almost to justify that as well. 3 on stone though. So that could be a future castle drop, or just for additional TCs, of course. Several options here. 14 on food for Nyx, getting wheelbarrow here as well. Yeah, but it's 3 villagers though. If you'd compensate for that 1 tower, I guess 1 or 2 on stone. 2 on stone would be enough. Yeah, it looks like Zeus is on top of things here, just to go dropping a couple of houses, just in case Nyx would be staying long enough to break through with the scout here. Tower isn't going to stay up for long. Garrisoning a few archers for extra damage output, but Zeus has the repair micro on point here and keeps just outside of tower distance as well. Fletching still not in for the Ethiopians, by the way. Otherwise the tower and archers would have better range and damage output. Nyx, knowing his push has failed, tries to push out to the side, maybe recognizing that Zeus is mainly booming, realizing that it's probably not going to have all that much army out on the field. I might as well just go to the sides and take some extra food. Zeus destroy his own gate with Mango Shot. Quite possibly. I could rewind, but let's not. Nyx with the crossbows now needs to deal with this tower though, even to break through here. Do we have a siege workshop? We do. So a mangonel addition comes to mind. Zeus obviously has the defensive mangonels already though, so that doesn't make it easier with defensive forces from the tower. Zeus only 3 TC, not Wildebeest confirmed. Yeah, Wildebeest would have 5 TCs by now. And Crazy Bus too, I think. I feel like me or Yuki would be on 4 or 5 TCs already. That's just something you're saying to lead us away from the fact that neither of you are playing here. University for the Burgundians. That's one. Actually, the second building needs to go to the next stage. Siege Workshop. University. Are we looking at a semi-early Imperial Age here for the Burgundians? Nyx is definitely planning the fast Imperial. And I don't know what. Add bomber cannons and arbalists. But here comes the 4th TC for Zeus. I mean, you do get a power spike with Imperial Age here, but it did also lose quite a few crossbows to the mangonel shot over here. How much are you going to get out of this Imperial Age if you Nyx here? Seems very all in to me at this point to try and push back. Severely behind in economy, and Zeus is not too far off that Imperial Age click either. So it's going to be maybe 1 minute apart to the Imperial Age here. Let's see if the click. Yeah, there it is. It's only 1 minute. Wow. Good deals. Well, yes. They have a ridiculous boom if you let them have it, and or let them have it. Zeus defended the aggression admirably to be allowed to have this kind of boom on bypass. So it's only 1 minute apart. Yes, the Imperial Age is going to set in for Nyx. Nyx is going to be able to afford Bracer, Arbalest, Paw, and Chemistry. And possibly one bomber can once the chemistry completes, but that takes a while. Here we go, Bracer, Chemistry. Not the ARB upgrade yet, actually, so I guess that wasn't affordable, even with the extra 100 food, 100 gold for the Ethiopians, but it shouldn't be too far off. The army numbers, though, it's concerning. Zeus just casually dropping outposts to both sides here to get some kind of overview on the map. Looks like Town Watch, maybe even Town Patrol is in here. Cavalier coming in before Imperial Age, which means that with this kind of economy, even straight Paladin could be affordable as well, which is ridiculous. Where's the ARB, though? Where is the Arbalister upgrade? It is, in fact, affordable for Nyx here. With this 1 TC approach, chemistry 20 seconds away. Guess you don't need the ARB upgrade before engaging, but the clock is ticking here, and the Imperial Age is in for Zeus as well. And now Zeus is going to spot the expansion on the Nyx to the right-hand side as well. 1 Cavalier would be enough to take out these villagers, I think. There's the Arbalest upgrade. And Bomber Cannon now in the queue, as anticipated. And we'll be looking for the weak spots here to break the house. If you break this... No, that's not an opening, I guess. But yeah, break one piece of wall and the university, and then Nyx might be able to enter. But it's too late, you know. Paladin coming in for Zeus. Straight away, almost. And plate barding as well. What a ridiculous economy for the Burgundians here. So, looks like Nyx is going to break through here, and Burgundian's player will be ready to handle it for sure. It's 1 minute until Paladin, that's roughly the time Nyx needs to break through here, I think. Maybe Nyx will break through a little bit before. That Mangonel could get a lucky shot in, but it should be dying to the bomber cannons, as the second bomber cannon is out as well. But look at that, 40 seconds until Paladin. We already have almost 20 Cavaliers ready to upgrade. And even with the investment here, admirable efforts from Nyx, but it's just the initial aggression failed, and from that point on, Nyx has been behind. Look at the eco here, 39 to 103. And Zeus just deletes the walls now, just tell Nyx, okay, come here, I see you, look what I got. And the bomber cannons will be going down just like that, even the Arbalest as well, and this is the game deciding fight, I think. GG, good luck next to Zeus. Really showing some good reactions, defense here. Slow but steady map control. And yeah, 3-0. Solid stuff. All right. I mean, I don't see any harm in doing another one. As usual, I do it in the regular chronological order, so to speak.